Canandaigua number 9 in New York State Class B. Big shout out to Ed West. Just sent us a donation. I appreciate that. You can do the same if you'd like to. The more love we get, the more games we can cover. And here's the first face-off. And Luke McCroby is going to come up big for Canandaigua. Nice job there, Luke McCroby. And Canandaigua with an opportunity to draw first blood. Now, the ladies from Canandaigua, they just beat Penfield, but Penfield, it was a one-goal game at the half. So you cannot look at this Brighton team at their record and go, oh, man, this is going to be a shellacking. You got to let them play the game. If it is a shellacking, it's going to be because they played it on the field, not because they won it on a piece of paper. You can't look at a game, and go, well, it's going to be this way or that way. But anyway, like I said, these Canandaigua jerseys a little harder to read, but I can read them. Here's Sean Mulvaney, and I think that one was off the upright. Post makes its first save, and the rebound comes out to Brighton, and here they come in transition. Brighton bringing it right down the slot. They bring it down with Liam McGuire. He's got 8 and 4 for 12, and the first number's goals, second number's apples, third number's total points. There you have it. 10:50 left to play. 4 12-minute quarters patched into the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel. Want to welcome everybody there. Greg, at some point, let me know and make sure that we're coming in live in case if I have to switch anything up or make any changes on my mixer or my patch cords or anything like that. But here we go, baby. We are underway. Where else would you rather be? It's probably about 42, 43 degrees outside. The wind has been steady and strong. Is that me? All right, we're coming in strong, baby. Coming in strong on the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel. Oh, nice defense over there by Eric Platt, and the Bulldog going to be going to Yale, dude. He's going to be going to Yale. Yale, one of the top programs in the country, number 11 in D1. They're 8 and 3 right now as they prepare for their tournaments. But Canandaigua in transition out in front. Oh, and he whiffs on the catch in the shoe. Whiffs on the catch in the shoe. Almost for Canandaigua on a quick outlet pass. Who was that? Sheridan, I believe. Couldn't get the quick stick on the catch and shoot. Nice read by Mulvaney, I believe that was, to see him wide open down the slot. And the slot's just the center of the field, fans, like on a football field. You know how you have the hash marks? That's the slot. That's what I call Main Street. Ball over there on the far side with Axel Stannett. And anybody from Canandaigua gets convulsions anytime they hear the name Stannett. That's for sure. Takeaway again over there on the far side by Platten. Ball here up on the near side by Mason Bolster, the senior. He brings it across, and his long pass is errant, but right there to pick it up is going to be Mulvaney. Canandaigua blessed to be able to retain possession on that. That was not a good pass, but it ends up with Canandaigua, so you got to shake and bake and just forget it and move on. Jackson Grant, Elliot Morgan, and let's see, that is Dom Galassi over there is your midi line, and then your attack, the standard Sheridan, Willamy, and Mulvaney. Sounds like Canandaigua, what do they score? As I said, they only score just under 7 per game, but that defense holds teams to just 4 goals per game. Through 8 games, just 4 goals per game. That's cray, dude. That's crazy to hold a lacrosse to have an average of just 4 goals per game yielded. So Elliot Morgan at the X, he's going to cradle. We got the little bit of an invert working, all the attackmen up top. Elliot Morgan working up against the double deuce of Calo Burst. He's got 7 and 5 for 12 out in front, turned away, and both goalies we've seen tonight for the opponents have been left-handers. And here's a clear to Kieran Hughes. Hughes is going to stay on. Where'd he go? There he is with the long stick. The sophomore. 7:50 left to play. Once again, want to thank everybody for joining us here, whether you're listening on Chosen Spot Radio or if you're tuned in to the simulcast on the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel. Appreciate you. Appreciate your listening. And the Canandaigua defense going to be put to task here on this possession and disallow the Bruins from drawing first blood. And I think first blood I put a lot of weight on drawing first blood. Dan Johnson, 2 goals for the junior. He's going to wheel it around all the way over to the far side, being guarded by Alex Rude. And ball is going to end up going across midfield in one way or the other. That's going to be Canandaigua's, because even if it was in, it would be an over and a back, but it went out of bounds off of Brighton. Here's Jackson Grant. He's going to Wingate, North Carolina. They are number 9 in Division II. They're 11-3. What's that say about your top 10, about the competition when you're 11-3 and you're only the 9th ranked team in the country? Pass out in front, quick stick, no good, and it is going to be picked up by Sheridan. Sheridan does pick it up. I'm not... I think it was Alvaney who tried to that quick stick. Grant over here to Braden Giuseppe, and boy, the adrenaline is pumping. You can tell it's pumping because the not taking, the best care of the ball, and it is going to be finally picked up by number 24, Ben Vitale, the senior for Brighton. Brings it up the left-hand side. It's going to try his best to throw it away, though. It's going to be kicked along the ground, and here comes the Bulldog, Eric Platten. He's got a goal and an assist. Spin dodge. He's going to split 2 defenders. He's going to end up losing the ball, but it's going to be picked up by Sheridan, and the official is going to call, I believe, an interference call against Canandaigua, and it'll go to Brighton. Wow, man, I'm telling you, these dudes are setting a fast pace. Dude, I'll tell you, one of the last people I want to be standing in front of when he's coming full freight train is Eric Platten. There's no question about it. 5'50". That dude can kick a football as well, man. No doubt. I believe, if I remember correctly, wasn't it his foot that got them the sectionals was it last year?
We beat UPrep.
Yeah, beat UPrep. Yep. 5:35 left to play. Sometimes memory isn't so good, Greg. Don't worry about how it got that way either, all right? Left alley over there with Gavin Parks. So, some of it is self-inflicted, and some of it is brain disease. I don't know what to tell you. 5:20, and you know me, I share. I'm not doing it for sympathy. I'm doing it for awareness. Oh, and a great save by Meat. Great save off the left-hander by Meat, and a great job to pick that up by Mason Bolster. Gets it to Fayola. I can't wait to see that dude playing at Hobart. No doubt about it. Him and Brady Camella, I think they're going to both be able to contribute pretty much right off the bat. Here comes Elliott. I believe Jackson Grant gets it to Drew Willoughby, and Willoughby is going to knock it down for Canandaigua, and Canandaigua with 4:53 left to play here in the first is going to draw first blood. Yeah, that was not Elliott Morgan. That was Jackson Grant. But you know, fans, I've said it all along. I've said it the last couple of years. I've said it. Those two are very, very similar to each other in everything they do, the way they move. I think Jackson Grant's just a little faster. Just a little faster, especially laterally, than Elliott Morgan. But that is not to besmirch Morgan by any means. Here's Luke McCroby. He needs a good game today. He needs a good game because I'm telling you, he's been a little hot and cold, and he needs to get to the point mentally and psychologically where the hot stays hot and the cold doesn't appear. So with 4:53 left to play, Canandaigua draws first blood. That is to play in the first quarter. As I say, 4 12-minute quarters, and Canandaigua draws first blood and leads 1-0 off of Drew Willoughby's 8th of the season. Drew Willoughby, just a freshman, and I was asking Coach York what his daughter Emily's been doing, and we talked about it a little bit, and I told you the last time, as Braden Giuseppe brings down the runner, the bouncer no good, rebound is going to come out and be picked up by the shorty of Joseph Messina. Joe Messina, he picks it up for the Bruins of Brighton. Oh, and it's picked off right out of the air by Willoughby. Willoughby looking out in front, finds, tried to find Alvaney, was unable to find Alvaney. And I'll tell you, that is another reason why Canandaigua has been able to hold opponents to just 4 goals per game. They have a very strong ride, a very strong defensive ride, and they make it very, very difficult for teams to clear. But I was talking to Coach York. Hey, look at that, Greg. I remembered, and I walk it back. Look at that. That's awesome. Oh, nice job by Brighton to keep it in. Nice job by Brighton to keep it in, but good job defensively to adjust to whatever Brighton was doing there and keep them from being able to go right on net and put something on frame and give me the hassle. But Emily was kind of instrumental in helping Coach York and making the decision to pull up Drew Willoughby and keep him full-time, and it's a good thing he did. He's been able to contribute and be a factor right off the bat. And here is a hard right-hander from the left-hand side. Man, that was a hard shot. I'll tell you, those numbers are a little bit smaller on the front and the back, but that was a hard shot by Brandon Shell, the senior, trying to get his third of the season. 2:55 left to play. Brought to you, as always, by Matt at the Motors, MATT at themotors.com. 2:45 left to play. Ball here with the deuce of Liam McGuire. 8 and 4 for 12. First number goals, second number assists. Trying to get it over here to Brandon Shell. It's going to go all the way back into the Brighton defensive end, and that's an over and a back, and it'll be picked up by Canandaigua, and they are going to be forced. Willoughby is going to be forced to come back up here near midfield and reset for Canandaigua. Morgan over to Alvaney on the right alley. So let's see who we have in here with Grant and Morgan. It looks like Dom Galassi going to get some added play time. Speaking of Dom Galassi, Roy's Restaurant on the corner of 96 and 21. You got to swing by there and check out their grub. And when you do, you tell them the Spaz Man sent you, and they will take good care of you. Roy's Restaurant in Manchester, corner of 96 and 21. Good. Used to be the Stakeout Restaurant. Used to go there all the time after watching the races. The Stakeout used to sponsor Les White, and I used to wrench on his pro stock. But here is Jackson Grant working up against the double deuce of Cal Oberst, the senior. Senior on senior. This is going to be fun to watch. Grant gets by him, passes it over here out in front to Morgan. Morgan backs in, lets it go, and it's going to go wide. I think D'Angelo might have got a little piece of that, but it's run down over on the far side by Canandaigua. I believe that is that's Galassi. That's Dom Galassi. Galassi looking for his first ever varsity goal, the sophomore. Wheels around. He gets wrecked. Ball is on the carpet. Loose. Scrum picked up by Brighton. So Brighton, it ends up in the stick of Tom D'Angelo. So anyway, Roy's Restaurant, I always get a Macy's omelet every Sunday. It's the closest thing to a meat lover's omelet that you can get. They get it ahead to Hughes. Hughes tries to go left alley. Misplayed there, not well by Alex Stannett. Or I should say Axel Stannett. 6 goals on the season, still on the carpet, still loose, and it's going to stay with the Bruins of Brighton. 45.7 seconds. Call your family, call your friends, call people you don't even like. Tell them to get on ChosenSpotRadio.com. I'll tell you what, don't let that bagel in the win column keep you from, wanting to listen to this game or watch it, because, like I said, Penfield took the ladies to task. It was 6-5 at the half. They ended up winning 14-8, able to outscore the Penfield Patriots 6-2 in the second half. But unable to advance the ball are Brighton, so it will go to Canandaigua. They have 25 seconds to get it across, and they do. A little bit of trippage, and they play on. Little bit of trippage over there on the far side as Luke Black, the junior, ended up facializing on the carpet. Final 10 seconds of play in a very quick first. That first quarter went by just like that. It went almost as quick as a pizza does in my house. Elliot Morgan with the turnaround. Was that a funny one, Greg? That was funny, wasn't it? Right on. Thanks, man. All right. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, buddy. 1.3 left to play. Canandaigua pass out in front, not able to quick stick in the first quarter, is going to come to a close. And I'll tell you, if you believe in moral victories right now, the Brighton Bruins have to be happy with themselves. Everybody, we appreciate your contributions. If you would like to contribute and donate, you can do as such. Look at that. Luke McCroby, 3-0 right now on the face-off. And I'll tell you, Penfield stayed with the ladies early on, but then Canandaigua ran off 6 or 7 straight. And just Abby Harrod is I am going to say it, one of the best draw control experts in not only Section 5, not only New York, not only the Northeast, but in the entire country. That's why she is one highly touted recruit, and she was in, I believe, the top 20 recruits, and that's why she's going to one of the top programs in the country in Boston College. Here is Canandaigua down the left-hand side. They pass it to Willamie at the X. Here's Jackson Grant. You know he's going to pull the trigger. He is going to pull the trigger. He Mitch Pfeiffer-esque dude who is actually having a great season with the Richmond Spiders. He's having a great season there with 11:05 left to play. Canandaigua does retain a nice turn away there. Nice defense, or I should say nice save by D'Angelo, and it's going to be picked up by McGuire for Brighton. And a lot of pressure from those long poles, but let's see if they're able to clear. They get it into the cross of Oberst, and he does get it across. Willamie was coming, but Oberst gets it across. Oberst. That sounds like a hockey name. I think but I've always said, I always try to draw parallels. Ball goes out of bounds off of Brighton, though. They turn it over, and this is not a team that you want to give free opportunities to, because Meat finds Jackson Grant. He brings it across, does a double swim move over the defense of Will Fetgenauer, and they're in the hole. Even though Fetgenauer's got that long pole, there isn't a whole lot he's going to be able to do against Jackson Grant when Jax is fired up and trying to get into the nylon, man. There's no doubt about that. But whew, man, it is a little bit chilly out there, and a lot of people say, oh, man. Listen, man, I've been through ice storms. Remember the ice storms and everything? Dude, it's crazy. 10 minutes. Braden Giuseppe now in with Grant and Morgan. Now, I'm looking for Morgan. There he is right there. So, wait a second. Where is he? Here's Grant down Main Street. Over here to Alvaney on the right-hand side. And when I say left and right, I mean as if you're a player facing the goal. Nice stick check on Alvaney. But it's picked back up by Alvaney. He does a backhander, and it goes off the upright. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be won off the great hustle out of the crease by Tommy D'Angelo. Tommy D, the goalie, very reminiscent of one of the goalies, but Webster Thomas has always had good goalies that come out of the crease. Wow, a long clear. And I'll tell you what, Canandaigua kind of got away with a little stick hold on that one, and is going to pick it up by Fayola. One pass off the bounce to Jackson Grant, and Canandaigua off to the races in transition. He comes down, and he's going to let it go, and he knocks it down. Jackson Grant is going to knock it down for Canandaigua, his 13th of the season, and Canandaigua now leads 2-0. See, now if this was hockey, Meat will get an assist for that, because that was a clear out to Grant. But as it were, Grant picked that up around the 50 and ended up shooting it from about the 20. So way too many steps as Canandaigua was going to win another face-off. They get it out in front to McCroby. McCroby picked up his first goal of the season. I don't know if that was his first ever varsity goal, but he picked up his first against. Don't tell him. Oh man, who? Fairport. Yeah, yes, man. And I even looked it up. And said, "Don't forget, Spaz, man. Don't forget." And I did, and I forget it. So Galassi back in there. Galassi getting some added play time. Coach York must have seen something from him, or here he is, a shot and a nice save there by D'Angelo. So I don't know if I don't know the reason behind that added play time for Galassi, but he's taking advantage of it and tried to knock one down there.
He was a little hurt.
Who's that?
Galassi was hurt for a little while.
Yeah. Okay. You got it, Greg. The ankle, man. I'll tell you, that lower appendage, bringing it across the long pole. I'll tell you what, Ethan Amadon is going to bring it across, and it's going to end up going to Canandaigua. Boy, I'll tell you, this Canandaigua defense, they're very aggressive. They're very hard. Oh, no, timeout. We got a timeout, and stoppage in play at 8:06 here in the second quarter. 8:06 left to play here in the first half. Brighton and Canandaigua. Canandaigua leading the Bruins 2-0. So coming out of that timeout by Brighton, feeling a lot of pressure, the long pole bringing it across. Now in the slot with it right over there in the middle of the field with Dan Johnson, the junior. Dan Johnson, anytime I hear him, I'm a big dirt modified guy. All I think of is the Dr. Danny Johnson. And a takeaway by Canandaigua. This Canandaigua defense, they're bullies, man. They're just stingy. Platten is going to bring it up, and he's just going to run by all of that ride. And he's going to pass it out in front to Galassi, and Galassi takes a hard shot from behind. Hard shot from behind from Hughes, and the bouncer is going to go over the crossbar, but it's backed up nicely by Canandaigua Willemie in the right place at the right time. Willemie doing a great job at the X, and Galassi, what do we got? Galassi going over to the sideline. Anyway, we had the whistle. Galassi, after getting hit in the back, I'm not surprised Galassi's got to go out and take some time. He took a hard check to the back. Here's Elliot Morgan in the game. Morgan over here now. Connor McKenna in for Canandaigua. So Willemie behind. Like I said, he took a hard shot from behind as he was a hard hit from behind as he was taking that shot. I don't know. I think that hit that he took absolutely impacted the shot that he took. I think he would have had a much better look at D'Angelo if he did not take that shot into the back from behind. Here's Jackson Grant. Jackson Grant with a goal here on the night, and here is Alvaney. And I'll tell you what, Alvaney, that dude gets a boatload of looks, but he comes up empty-handed once again. If that dude got paid by the shot, he'd be a gazillionaire, man. Lots of opportunity. The Malachi Crunch and a great stick check by Brady Camella. Brady Camella, he's got tree trunks for legs. I say it over and over and over. Ball in the middle now, and it's going to be picked up by Hughes. Man, Hughes and Camella, that's a good battle I'd like to watch all day long. Grant is going to put a stick on Brendan Mariano over on the far side. It's going to come up with the Braves. They're going to get it back over in the stick of Platten over on the far side. They're going to send it up to the middle, up to, I believe, Braden Giuseppe. Giuseppe is going to get it over here to Elliot Morgan. See, now I'm finally getting to the point where I can tell who's where, who's supposed to be where. I don't necessarily need to see the jersey numbers all the time, but when you get guys like Giuseppe and Morgan and Grant, who are all similar in body and how they. Morgan is a little bit taller though. Morgan definitely has a little bit more size than Grant and Giuseppe though, but. Down the left-hand side with Sheridan, puts the fake on, does the spin dodge, comes up to the GLE, looking out in front. Nobody on the island, so he's going to swing it to Grant, who gives it to Morgan, who pulls the trigger, and it goes wide right. There's two guys on that field, three of them, but there's at least two guys named Grant and Morgan. They're going to pull the trigger anytime they can. They have the green light to pull that trigger anytime they want. 5 minutes left to play. This is a good battle brewing. Canandaigua leading 2-0. Brighton looking for their first win. This is very, very quintessential in when I always say you can't use a record to determine how good a game is or isn't going to be. Because you look at this 0-5 Brighton team on paper and you're like, oh, they're going to get thumped. They aren't getting thumped, man. They're in this thing 2-0 with 4:35 left to play in the first half here in the Paddy's Place second place quarter. Want to welcome Family Hair. Might be a little slash action against Hughes. So Canandaigua going to get the first emo extra man opportunity off that slash by Hughes. You got to be careful. There's a fine line, though, man. There's a fine line between what referees do and don't call on that slash, though, Greg. Here's a right-hand runner from the left-hand side by Canandaigua, and it was stuffed there by D'Angelo. And I believe that was Elliot Morgan who took that shot from the left-hand side. And we're going to have an emo opportunity as Hughes is going to go take a little bit of a seat in the sin bin. And this
stick caught helmet.
What's that? Got the helmet? Okay. All right. I
clicked through the window.
Okay. I did.
It's always an automatic for the window.
Oh, absolutely. Always an automatic whenever that stick makes contact with the helmet. I thought it was a slash. I couldn't tell. It's going to be Hughes. And let's see. It comes at 4:09 in the first. And let's see if Canandaigua can capitalize and add to that 2-goal buffer. They've got a minute to do it. They got a minute to work with. Here's Alvaney. I got to tell you, I was told Casey Harrod designed these jerseys, and Casey stopped designing jerseys. A left-hander from Alvaney from the right-hand side just got stuffed by Owen McKenna. And I mean, listen, these jerseys look great standing next to him, but Camella comes up with the takeaway ahead to Alvaney, lets it go and goes wide left. And then he takes a lick by Will Fetkenauer afterwards, but it was backed up nicely by Canandaigua. 30 seconds left to go in the emo. And emo just means extra man opportunity. If we want to talk hockey speak, hockey ease, it's a power play. It's a man up. So Canandaigua, 15 left in the emo. Ball up top. Swing it. Grant over to the far side. Back to Grant. Down the right slot. Here's Morgan. Lets it fly. Turned away by D'Angelo. And the loose ball is going to come up with D'Angelo. And the... All right, so we go here. Canandaigua unable to take advantage of that emo with 3 minutes left to play, leading 2-0. Here comes Brighton in transition, lets it go, and he's going to get one past Meat. Gets one by Meat, and dude is happy. That dude is happy. I believe that was, what number we got here, dude? Where'd he go? Mariano knocks one down with 2:56. This game is going by quick, Greg. This game seems to be going by very fast. Not a lot of stoppages. Nope, McCroby grinding it out. Grinding it out against Hughes, and he's going to pick it up and win it. Now they're trying the long pole, and it's just not working. Canandaigua has won every face-off thus far, but they're going to turn that one away, or turn it over, I should say, and Hughes wants to call, but they're going to call timeout instead. And Hughes is pleading his case really big time, but he's not going to get it. So here we go. 2:20 left to play coming out of that timeout. Brighton looking to tie things up on this possession. Who would have thunk it? Let's put it that way. Maybe the cold weather is the great equalizer, because like I said, that game with the girls, everybody thought that was going to be a blowout, and it was a 1-goal game at halftime. Here we go. Everybody thought the winless Brighton Bruins would, curl up in the fetal position, and they haven't. They only trail 2-1 here, and on this possession, with an opportunity to tie things up. Almost turning the ball over was McGuire, but he's going to walk it all the way over, work off the pick. He is going to bring the defense of Will Rude with him. Now, that's a very famous name around here. He's a freshman. There's a whole bunch of them. What is there, 3 on this team right now? Oh, and a nice stick check. Nice stick check by Brady Camella. And I would not want that dude hassling me. They get it ahead to Platten. Platten gets it down to Alex Rude. Rude is going to settle in. He's going to give it over to the middle to, I believe, Sheridan, Nate Sheridan. And he's got a sister, Leah. She's a good lacrosse player. She's got a couple goals, I believe, for Canandaigua. Canandaigua coming out of that timeout down the right alley with Braden Giuseppe over to Willamy, over to the left-hand side. Here is, Jackson Grant going to come over here to Giuseppe. They're going to wheel it around the outside. Final minute of play in the first half. Very quick first half. Here's a hard right-hander, and I'll tell you what, great save by D'Angelo. D'Angelo, he's got to be given a nod for player of the game right now. If I had a Brighton sponsor for the player of the game, he would be on top of the watch list. Speaking of player of the game, here's Meat. Meat with a great save off the bouncer. Now he's going to roll it over here to the long pole, and we're going to have a call. Not sure what that call is. What was the call, Greg? Was that holding or interference? What was the call? Not sure. I think I'm pretty sure he went to the hold call. I'm not sure who was holding, but anyway, turnover, not something you see a whole lot of by Canandaigua. Final 15 seconds. Brighton wants to go into the locker room tying this thing up 2-2. Even if they don't, still 2-1. Whew, what a look that Brighton is giving Canandaigua here. Coming off that loss to Brother Rice out at St. Joe's. Left-hander, easy save for Meat. He's just going to launch it and try to get lucky and hit something. And I'll tell you what, at the end of the first half, the Brighton Barons are in this thing, dude. Coming out of the locker room, 2-1. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments each team has made. Canandaigua now defending the southern goal off to my right. Brighton now defending the northern goal off to my left. We're set to go, baby. Back at it. Hughes, McCroby has won every face-off thus far, and he's going to pick up another one. So McCroby dominant at the X, 6-0 now, and he needs a good positive outcome here today for Canandaigua, no doubt. So what that tells me is the Canandaigua offense is struggling a little bit to find a nylon, but this has been a good defensive battle here thus far. You can't take anything away from Brighton by any stretch of the imagination. So once again, thanks everybody who's tuning in on the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel. Thank you everybody who's not able to watch the video and is tuning in on Chosen Spot Radio. I'm the Spaz Man, your round mound of sound, and we're coming at you, presented by Matt at themotors.com, MATT at themotors.com. Whew. Canandaigua is in a dogfight with these Bruins of Brighton. Like I said, I think a lot of people thought this would be a blowout. Not even close, man. Ball up top with Elliot Morgan. So we're boom, boom under the lights. And over on the far side now, bring it down with, I believe, Sheridan to Willamie at the X. Working hard. This Brighton defense has stepped up and is doing a fantastic job on this Canandaigua offense. Here's Jackson Grant. Man, the breeze has been steady out of the west. Grant in the slot is going to have to go to the far side over to Sheridan. Spin dodge. Good job defensively there. Unable to get a shot off as Will Fetgenauer, the senior, kept him from being able to take the shot. Here's Elliot Morgan in the slot. He wanted to pull the trigger, but he done had Liam McGuire banging on his hands. Pass out in front, the quick stick is good, and I believe that's Alvaney. So Willamie to Alvaney is good for Canandaigua at 10-11. Canandaigua with the 3-1 lead. Sean Alvaney with his 6th of the season off a great feed from Drew Willamie with 10-11 left to play, makes it 3-1, and Luke McCroby comes up with another face-off dub for Canandaigua. It all starts at the draw. It all starts at the face-off. It all starts at the X, man, on the dot. You can call it the dot. You can call it the X, the circle. You can call it whatever you want. But right now, it's Luke McCroby's turf. 9:45 left to play. Canandaigua up 3-1. And almost turned it over, but it is picked up by Dom Galassi. So Dom Galassi getting some added play time. Connor McKenna now in for Canandaigua at the midi. And under the lights, and dude, you think I was unable to see the Canandaigua jerseys before? I believe that's Braden Giuseppe in. So I think you have Giuseppe, Galassi, and Connor McKenna. Very rare that you don't see Grant and Morgan on the field at one. I mean, either one of them on the field. Here's Galassi working hard, loses the handle. It's on the carpet. Oh man, he gets choke slammed, and Galassi is hurt. And that's the second time that he's ended up getting wrecked. First time was from behind with a stick to the back, and now he ends up right on the back taking a bump, and he is hurt. And he's going to go take a break, and Jackson Grant is going to come in for him. So Galassi is hurting. He's got to hustle off the field, and he's barely able to do that. So Dom Galassi is dealing with another injury issue here. I don't know if he's injured, but he definitely hurting a little bit after getting wrecked. I don't know, Greg. I don't know. Think they could have called a little something on that or what?
Yeah, it seemed like it gave a little extra.
I think that was a little extra, maybe a little unnecessary, a little unsportsmanlike something, and somebody is going to the sin bin because we got the old sin bin graphic up there on the scoreboard with 8:10 left to play.
the ball was still in play, right? So it was the
Yeah.
you know, it's
When, on this penalty or against Galassi?
the one against Galassi. The ball was he was still checking
Yes.
the ball.
Yes.
That's probably the only reason it wasn't called.
All right, so who's going to the sin bin here? Somebody from the Bruins, number 5. We got Will Fetgenauer going to Brighton. Fetgenauer. So Canandaigua with another opportunity here for an emo. Comes at 8:05 in the third. Let's see if Canandaigua was able to score one here. 32nd. I mean, that's just a technical with 10 seconds left to go, like a hold. Oh, here's a takeaway by Hughes. That kid, man, he can play with that long pole. He plays with that long pole like a lot of kids play with a shorty. And he's just going to put it on the ground. I think I don't know what that was, but I think
It's not over and back.
All right, so what are they calling? It looks like all right, so Canandaigua's going to call a timeout here just as they pick up the ball with Mason Bolster. So Canandaigua will have the ball here on the defensive end. Here's Camella. He's one of those guys you can always tell. He's very compact, dude, but his legs are tree trunks. They do get it ahead. Oh, unable to make the play is the long pole. They can't quite tell who it is, but it's a scrum, and I believe that was Bolster who was unable to make the play, Mason Bolster, but it is picked up by Canandaigua down the right alley, so they do retain possession. Canandaigua, white jerseys, cherry shorts, cherry lids. Here's Jackson Grant, sidestep, does the dodge. I'm pretty sure that one hit the upright. I'm pretty sure the upright, the post, that hit post? Yeah, I think the post got that one, the far post, another save by the post. Posty with another save. Speaking of Posty, he's All-American this year, isn't he? Didn't he get All-American? Yeah, 2 years in a row now, right?
He did?
Joe Post, no.
He just set the all-time
Ground ball. Yeah, set the all-time grub for Division III. For Division III, yeah.
706 ground.
Yep, 706 ground balls. Joe Post. We're talking about Joe Post, former Canandaigua player, and now playing at St. John Fisher College as a graduate student. Yeah, student. Shut up, Spaz man. Graduate student set the D3 ground ball record. That's not just the St. John Fisher College or Empire 8. That's for Division III in the entire country. Good job, Posty. Love you, dude. All right. What's that? All time, yeah, and your dad's a good dude, too. Here's Braden Giuseppe. He lets a right-hander go from the slot. No good, saved by D'Angelo, and it's going to come up with Sheridan, and then Sheridan's going to take a shot. Boy, Brighton getting Brighton taking a shot on the downed man. That's going to be Ethan Amadon. So Canandaigua with another emo opportunity, another emo chance coming up here. Canandaigua, Nate Sheridan getting up hobbling, so we'll see who's going to come in his place. But Canandaigua getting beat up just a little bit here. 6:05 left to play here in the third quarter. All right, so Luke McCroby comes in place. So McCroby in, the face-off guy, and he has been stellar. He's camped out on the island, and he was wide open, and he wanted that bad boy real bad. He wanted that bad. He was calling for it. Over on the left-hand side, and here's the shot. Who knocked that down, dude? Who was that? I don't either. We'll find out in a second. Canandaigua knocks another one down on the emo opportunity. And what's that?
If I had to guess, I think it's Willoughby.
Could be Willoughby. Not sure. Comes at 5:38. Let's see. 5:38.
No, but Luke.
Oh, Luke McCroby. Who got the assist? I didn't hear who got the assist, man. I completely lost it. I lost the ball on that one. I'm not going to lie to you. The Mercer commit gets a second. Now he gets the face-off. Another face-off win. Continuing to be perfect and dominant at the face-off. Now 8-0 at the face-off. 5:25 left to play. Coming off of his second goal. He is pumped. Dude, he He wanted that ball so bad out in front, sitting on the island. Willoughby didn't see him the one time, and then he ended up getting a pass from the outside perimeter. Now here's Alvaney. He's going to camp out on the island on the invert. Here is Braden Giuseppe. He scored his first varsity goal here recently, a couple weeks ago. Now they pass it up top. Here is Dom Galasi down the right-hand side. Goes behind to Willoughby, and the pass is low, and there wasn't a whole lot Willoughby could do with that, and it's going to go out of bounds and a turnover by Canandaigua. 8:44 is game time, 4:50 left to play in the third. Canandaigua leading 4-1. Ball with the long pole, bringing it up. They do clear. Oh, no, they don't. Doesn't play it cleanly. Does pick it up, though. Did Oberst, and he's going to get it over here into the right alley. He gets it over here to Liam McGuire. So McGuire is going to settle in on the right alley. 4:20 left to play. Canandaigua up 4-1. Now, Canandaigua was using a different set, and the numbers were a little darker and a little bit easier to read. I don't know if this is the one and I just can't see it or whatever, but they are wearing the red undershirts. Cherry undershirts. I used to give Spencer German so much crap for calling it red. 3:50 left to play here in the third. Nice move. Doesn't get the runner off Oberst. Now he's going to come over here, and I'm not sure what happened there. I'm wondering if McGuire lost that in the lights. I don't know. He acted like he didn't see that. I didn't think that ball was that much farther over his head. But here is McCroby. I'll tell you what, that dude is good. He good. Over to the far side. They bring it across. Does Canandaigua. That's Elliot Morgan. You can tell. Back up top. Out in front. Jackson Grant with the jump shot. Let's wait for the signal, and it's good. Jackson Grant with the feed from Willoughby on the jump shot. Hey, was that Gary Gate making that shot? What was going on? 3:17. Canandaigua up 5-1. Here is McCroby, and he's going to win another one. Luke McCroby having a fantastic game at the X for Canandaigua. Gets it off to Jackson Grant, and this dude is quick. He is quick. He is very fleet of foot. I'm going to call him the fastest. Definitely has the best footwork of Canandaigua, of anybody on the field for Canandaigua. McCroby looking, he's like, hey, you want me off? You want me on? He's going to stay on. So McCroby is going to stay on. Coach York and his staff are going to reward the game that McCroby is having by letting him stay in and get another look. That was great. It's always great to see two things as far as scoring goes. A long pole. Three things. You always want to see it. You always love seeing a goalie score. You love seeing a long pole score. And here is McCroby. He lets a left-hander go, picked up on the right-hand side, or I should say the left-hand side by Willoughby. Willoughby's always in the right place at the right time, man, and that's just, and here's a, no push. Okay, there's the flag right there. This official's going to call it. That's one of those situations, Greg, where the guy who's 4 feet away from it doesn't call it, and the guy who's about 30 yards away from it, a lot of times it's the more experienced referee that is going to throw the flag because maybe the lesser experienced official didn't call it or didn't realize that he should have. But that's going to be a push, and it's going to go against Brighton's Dan Johnson. So Canandaigua with their third emo here, and that is going to go against, as I said, Dan Johnson. Bang, Johnson. And let's see here. Let's see if Canandaigua can take advantage of this emo here. Alvaney, right-hand side. And those 30-seconders, they go quick, man. They go very fast. They seem to be over before they even start. 10 seconds already left. Morgan, Willoughby, pass out in front to Giuseppe. Loses the handle. Ends up in the stick of D'Angelo, the goalie. Quick clear out here to Hughes. Hughes very good with that long pole. Loses the handle on it, though, and it is going to be picked up by Brighton. They do retain possession. Man, he gets the Malachi crunch. Oh, boy. Oh, I think they got away with one there, bro. They got away with one there. So Jet Richardson, he's pretty quick. He's got 2 assists on the season, does the junior, but stops the action with 1:34. Canandaigua leading 5-1 here in the third quarter, and simulcast on the Canandaigua Canandaigua School District YouTube channel. Coming out of that timeout by Brighton, Canandaigua has been able to outscore Brighton 3-0 here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Canandaigua Record Exchange. Can't thank our sponsors enough. I honestly just cannot thank everybody enough for all of their support. Whether you're a sponsor, whether you're a contributor, or you send us a donation, whether you're a listener, whether you are just, the students, the players, the coaches, ADs. Final minute of play here in the third quarter. Brighton trying to close that 5-1 gap. Left alley, ball loose. Nice stick check there over on the far side by, I believe, Camella, picked up by Brighton, though, and this dude gets happy when he knocks one down, man. I believe that is going to be the deuce of McGuire. So Liam McGuire knocks one down. You know what, Liam? Have fun with it, dude. Have fun with it. Roll with it. 45.5? 45.6 left to play here in the third to makes it 5-2. So Brighton got rid of the bagel. Now they got rid of the straight number. Now they got that curved number, and they want to get that 3 back up there. Let's see if McCroby can keep going at it. Looks like they put somebody else in at the face-off for Brighton. I believe that is Joe Messina, and McCroby is going to come up with another one. So 5 here in the third alone. 5 here in the third alone, 10 altogether, 10-0. So the Canandaigua Braves dominant at the face-off X. Final 30 seconds of play. Here's Grant. Morgan walks it down the right side, hash marks. Not a good angle. Ends up getting tripped again, and no flag. I thought the official. Look at Morgan standing. I mean, he is standing right in front of the official, about 2 feet away, as if to say, "Are you serious? Are you?" I think if this game was a little closer, that might have been a call there, but. Oh, Elliot Morgan, you speak for every Canandaigua fan on that one, my dude. 15 seconds left. Who was it? Schwarber from Philly? Did you see that? When Angel Hernandez missed that strike call, and the announcer goes, Schwarber speaks for a lot of people on that one. Out in front with Giuseppe, and he knocks it down from the 25-yard line with the feed from Jackson Grant with 2.5 seconds left to play to make it Canandaigua 6-2. Braden Giuseppe is going to knock down his 5th of the season. Oh my goodness, man. We are having a good time here, no doubt, with just 2.5 left to play. That's going to make it Canandaigua 6-2. There you go. It is on the board. What is game time here? 8:53. Man, I think I'm going to miss the super late models, Greg. Yep, super late models, man. They are off and at it. Oh, and there is the first face-off win going to be awarded to Brighton, and time is going to expire on the third quarter. So with time running out on the third quarter, we're going to go into the break before the final frame, and the score is 6-2. Doing my thing here on Chosen Spa Radio. Final frame, Canandaigua leading 6-2. Luke McCroby dominant at the face-off, and we're going to swap ends. Canandaigua now defending the northern goal, Brighton defending the southern goal. Final 12 minutes, and we're back at it. And McCroby is going to get another one. McCroby gets another one and is now up. What do I have here? 11-1. 11-1, and that one was an award, not a win. So far side, and going to bring it up with the long pole and get it across. And I'll tell you right now, right now I'm definitely having a hard time. Canandaigua's going to cough it up, and Hughes, he's going to take a hard hit. He takes a nice shot from Alvaney and coughs the ball up. Good job by Alvaney to come up and knock Hughes and knock that ball out of his cross, and Jackson Grant is there to pick it up. They do get it into the box, and they're going to swing it over to the far side. I'm bringing out the binocs. It always seems the fourth is the hardest, especially on this one southern end. The southern end seems to be, to me, a little bit darker than the northern end, but that's just me. I believe that's Sheridan over on the far side. Yes, it is. Nate Sheridan. And ball up top. Here's Elliott Morgan. Brings it right down Main Street. Can't let the right-hander go, so he gets it over to Grant in the right alley. Grant's going to wheel around, switch with Sheridan, and come around over to the right-hand side. Pass it up top to Elliott Morgan. Is that Morgan or is it? Nope, that's Giuseppe. I knew it. As soon as I said Morgan, I'm like, nope, wait to see the number. You're going to find out you're wrong, Spaz man. There's Morgan. Tries to do the fake, the little juke, spin dodge. Can't let the left-hander go. He's going to come over here to Willoughby that's Willoughby on the left, or at the X, I should say. And here's Grant right-hand side. That's Alvaney. That's Alvaney. Yep, that's Alvaney behind now. Like I said, man, those jerseys get a little more difficult the longer the game goes on for me to see. 10 minutes left to play. Canandaigua up 6-2, looking to rebound after that loss to Brother Rice. But there's no shame in that game. Now, Victor did beat Brother Rice the next day. Nice pass to Willoughby on the doorstep, but good defensive adjustment there by Brighton to keep him from being able to pull the trigger. Going to swing it over. Elliott Morgan is over to the far side. Going to come down, take the shot, and it's good for, I believe that's Giuseppe. Braden Giuseppe for Canandaigua is going to get his second in a row. And that's going to come at 9:40 left to play and make it 7-2. Braden Giuseppe with his sixth of the season. So Braden Giuseppe, his second of the game, his second straight. His sixth of the season for the sophomore. 9:40 left to play, and McCroby is just too strong at the X. And he's going to come down, let it go. It's going to go way high over the goal. But Canandaigua, Alvaney right back there to retain possession for Canandaigua. Or no, that was not Alvaney. Alvaney's over here on the side. Oh, that was Sheridan. There's Alvaney right there. There's Willoughby. All right, so they brought Willoughby up top. He usually hangs out back at the X. Back there to Alvaney. Swings it up here to Connor McKenna. To Giuseppe. To Grant. Swim move, spin dodge. Screen off Giuseppe. And going to blow the whistle. Didn't see what the call was, but...
Moving screen.
Yeah, the moving screen. Figured. Can't move while you're screening. Not in basketball, not in lacrosse. You know what I'm saying? So Brighton with an opportunity to try and close that 7-2 gap. Canandaigua, as I said, looking to rebound. Coming into tonight, 6-2. Coach York has been with the team since 2017. Nice pass out in front. And the rebound is going to be picked up by Brighton. Shot no good. And a nice job by Eric Platten to use his body to screen out Axel Stanek from being able to get that ball. Long pass ahead. Up here to Rude. Unable to play it cleanly on the carpet. Kicked around. And finally picked up by the Bruins. Picked up by Brighton's Jet Richardson. Love that name, Jet. That's a cool name. Joan Jett, dude, had a crush on her, dude. Had a big-time crush on Joan Jett. Wish I was that 17-year-old at the jukebox. That's all I can say. 7:35, Brighton brings it into the island, And it's going to go out of bounds over on the far side off the rebound. It'll be Canandaigua's ball. As I've said, closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds after the shot gets it.
Joan Jett and Pat Benatar.
He said, well, Pat Benatar, not so much, but Joan Jett for darn sure. You know? But both legends, no question about it. Both legends. Yep. 7:10 left to play. Canandaigua up 7-2. Talking rock and roll up here with my dude, Greg. Love it, man. Love it. Greg, are you a headbanger, man?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a headbanger back from the 70s, 80s. You know, Black Sabbath started the heavy metal thing for me, man. Led Zeppelin. Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
No doubt. Metallica changed my life in 1986, man. They were exactly what I was looking for. Here is, that is Sheridan. Sheridan at the X, hanging out, looking for somebody out in front on the island. Nobody there open, so they're going to swing it over to here. Grant has to climb the ladder to get it. Lets the right-hand runner go. I believe that was a stick save off of the stick. Big-time rebound over on the far side off of D'Angelo. It's amazing that these dudes, they just wear a cup and a chest protector, man. They don't have any leg protection, nothing on the arms. These goalies are crazy. You guys are just crazy, man. Y'all got some, you got marbles loose up top, man. No doubt about that. I give you a lot of credit. I remember Mick Foley used to be Mankind and Cactus Jack. He used to play goalie, and he used to put a target on his you-know-wheres, and what a knucklehead. Says he used to play without a cup. Crazy, man. Crazy. 5:55 left to play. Once again, thanks for joining us here on either Chosen Spot Radio or the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel. Here's a runner by Giuseppe with the right hand from the left-hand side. It goes wide, but back there to make the play is Alvani. And Willemie comes in, sets the pick. Alvani works off it, lets the right-hander go, and a nice save there by D'Angelo. D'Angelo with a nice save. Now the outlet comes over here. Can't play it clean. The long pull of McKenna, Owen McKenna. Speaking of McKenna, wonder who the Tim McKenna construction grinder of the game is going to be. Bringing it right down Main Street. Felt the Malachi crunch and is going to be picked up. And going to fall down, get up, fall down again, lose the ball, picked back up by Brighton over on the far side. Working the GLE, now comes the X, comes over to the near side, and Eric Platten just puts a poke check on him, says, where do you think you're going? And gets it to Bolster, and then tells Bolster, go with it, take it all the way, man. And he's going to come down the right alley, passes it out in front, too strong for Rude. Rude can't make the play. That was Alex Rude, the sophomore. Man, I love watching Eric Platten play. No doubt about that. He's too strong. Take away by Canandaigua. Oh, and a nice job by Alvani to bully in. Pass down to Willemie, and Willemie is going to knock it down. Was that? No, that wasn't Willemie. That was not Willemie. Who was that, Greg? I can't tell. Nope. Anyway, Alvani went to pass. Who is it? Get out of the way. Sheridan. I believe it was Sheridan. No, I was right. He called Willemie. I don't think it was Willemie, dude.
No.
I think it was Sheridan. What's
If
that?
it wasn't Willemie, you heard somebody's mom. Mom will be corrected.
Absolutely. Well, they're giving it to Willemie. So I'm not going to argue with them. They are giving it to Willemie. So, bang. I thought it was Sheridan. Because Willemie was over here on the island, dude. But that's who they're giving it to. So we're going to go. Hopefully they're not going, hey, Spazman said it was Willemie, so we'll give it to him. Anyway, it's 8-2. Canandaigua out front with 4:30 left to play. And Canandaigua McCroby is going to come up with another one. The dude has just been stellar and strong, and I don't think there's any question that he's going to be the kicks-on main player of the game. So I'm naming him right now with 4:15 left to play, and here is a nice job, and I believe he's going to knock down his second goal of the game. He's on the keeper, and I believe he's going to get that. He's got his back, and, Luke McCroby is going to get his second of the game. So McCroby, unassisted, is going to come down. I am going to put in parentheses. I think that was Sheridan who got that goal, but we're going to say it was Willoughby, but I'm pretty sure it was Sheridan. So 4:14 left to play, and Luke McCroby is going to get Luke is going to knock one down and get 9-2. So the gates are kind of open in here. Luke McCroby just too strong at the X, and they're going to reward this one off of the violation to Brighton. Going to say that Luke Willoughby jumped just a little bit too soon. So with 4:05 left to play, Canandaigua up 9-2. Only the second face-off win for the Brighton Bruins. I almost called them the Barons, and you could see the frustration on Cal Oberst because he was making a move down Main Street. He was going to go. Whoa, wow, what happened there? I think that root beer's catching up to me, man. Wow, excuse me. But with 3:58 left to play, Canandaigua up 9-2. We've got a stoppage in play here in the fourth quarter. Coming out of that timeout, 3 minutes left to play. Here is, it's Giuseppe, man. They make it tough. They make it tough, don't they? They make it tough. All right, so that is 29. And 29 is Ethan Rude. We haven't seen a lot of Ethan Rude thus far this season, but with that 9-2 lead with 2:40, we're going to start to see some 2s, 3s, and 4s. He's Ethan Rude, and he gets denied. He gets denied the kicks on main player of the game for scoring his first ever goal. But Jackson Grant with the takeaway. He's going to come down Main Street, going to give him one more chance. And he pulls the trigger. No, that was Alvaney, I think. He pulled the trigger a little too fast and then tells Jackson Grant, thanks for giving me the look, man. Thanks for giving me that shot. But it turned around and went wide right. Every Buffalo Bills fan listening just had a convulsion wide right. You do that, man, you're like, oh, dude, stop saying that, Spaz, man. I'll tell you what, the Bills, man, they've got the makings. They just got to get it done. They just got to get it done. They got to finish it. Here's Braden Giuseppe, goes down to Alvaney. Now they go to Willoughby behind at the X. There you go, man. Put everybody back where they're supposed to be, coach. Then that way I know where everybody is, man. All right, ball over on the far side. Got to pull the binocs out when it's over on the far side, man. Got to. All the way over there with, that's Connor McKenna, I think. Takes the right-hander. I think that hit off the upright, man. Yep, that hit off the upright. Connor McKenna trying to get his first. Connor McKenna, bang. That would have been his first varsity goal, right? I don't think he scored any varsity goals last season. Could be wrong. Don't tell Mrs. Spaz, man, I said that. What's that?
I'm not sure. He was on JV a lot of
the
season last year.
Yeah.
I think he got called up.
Yeah. I think that would have been his first. And as you know, folks, anytime somebody scores their first goal, they always get player of the game, in my estimation. Always. Working the left alley. I believe that's Giuseppe going to bring it over here one more time to Rude. McKenna. Boy, those jerseys, they get so hard to see. I don't know if it's me, if it's the lighting, I don't know what, man. But Canandaigua going to go into run the clock out mode here, I think, with 45 seconds left to play. Canandaigua going to rebound off of that loss to Brother Rice up there in Buffalo and pick up the 9-2 dub here. It's at least 9-2 now. McKenna in the slot, and I think probably under instructions not to shoot anymore with 30 seconds left to play. That's like dropping a tray leading by 50 points in basketball, you know what I'm saying? Over here to Giuseppe, and Giuseppe makes a liar out of me. He gets the pass from Jackson Grant. How can I not differentiate those two? I mean, Grant just, he's so fast with his feet. Canandaigua does retain possession. Giuseppe wanted the Hattie. That's what it was. Giuseppe wanted the Hattie. So Canandaigua behind, going to improve to 7-2 and drop Brighton to 0-6. But I'll tell you what, Brighton made it interesting. Another one-goal game at the half. Man, it was a lot of fun. Here's Giuseppe pulls the trigger again from out by the 25-yard line. It goes out of bounds. And with 0.5 of a second left, Canandaigua is not going to get another shot off. Canandaigua victorious 9-2. Your Kicks on Maine player of the game, 100%, absolutely, unequivocally, without question, Luke McCroby.